Hello and welcome to yet another quarantine edition of Premier Guitar's Rig Rundown, this time from Gothenburg, Sweden. And I'm standing here with Per Stålberg from the band Division of Laura Lee to talk about, well, your live rig, essentially.
Yeah.
And how are you doing?
I'm all right, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm all good.
It feels good to be here.
Yeah. What is this thing you're holding here?
This is my old trusty Fender Telecaster Custom from, it's not that old, it's from 2000, so I bought it brand new. Been destroying it all by myself during many tours, many shows, and yeah, this is my main guitar, and it's been for almost 20 years. I guess.
I just noticed. Did you break it off right here?
Yeah,
right
it's been a couple of times.
All right,
yeah.
there you go. Okay.
Everything's been broken on
Interesting.
this. Everything's been changed on it. Yeah, I love this guitar.
It does certainly have a very special aesthetic
Yeah.
as a guitar.
It feels like my guitar. I love that.
So talk me through what type of pickups do you have right there?
I think these are stocks, wide range, like not the 70s version, the newer version. They've been in there. I used that a lot before I changed this pickup. This is my main. But now I have a P90 made for a Telecaster. I think it's Rio Grande, something like that, and it's awesome. So I'm on this basically all the time,
right?
Especially live.
That's the sound you're going for.
Yeah.
And what about up here? You have these special, because everything has been modified with this guitar,
I changed them like 20 times, but right now it's some
Schaller.
Yeah, Schaller, lock-in tuners, which is they're great. They're a bit heavy, but yeah, they work, and the guitar stays in tune good, and it feels great.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. And what about the string gauges? What do you use?
I have the same on all my guitars. It's Ernie Ball regular Slinky, so it's 10 to 46, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, this one right here.
Yeah. I've been using them forever. I can use whatever, but it's always 10 to 46.
I gotcha. Okay.
It's all my guitars. It's been for a long time. Feels good.
How come you ended up with the Telecaster? Because I mean, it's obviously not a standard Telecaster, but
no, when we recorded an album called Black City back in 2000 or 2001. Maybe I bought this 2001. I'm not sure, but around 2000, I had a Les Paul, and I've been using Les Pauls forever. But in the studio, they were lying like some old 70s versions of this, and I fell in love. So since
I understand. Where did you purchase this guitar?
I bought it on, I can't remember, it's just the store. It was just hanging brand new.
Right, in Sweden.
So, I want that, and I bought another one to have as a backup on tour. Still have that too, I guess, but this is my main one.
And it was almost like you tried it and then you enjoyed the noise.
I tried that old one in the studio, and after that I was just like, okay, this is the guitar I'm supposed to have. I still have some Les Pauls and other guitars, but I fell in love with the Telecaster Custom.
Right. Well, speaking of Les Pauls, you have one right here.
Yeah. I think I had it for a couple of years. It's a 1978 Greco, Japanese brand. We did a lot of, they might be around still, but they're famous for their like late 70s, early 80s. This is it's a standard Les Paul from 78. It's great.
It definitely has some of that Ace Frehley.
Yeah. Which kind of is the reason I bought a Les Paul from the beginning, probably. But no, I love that guitar, and I had a couple of Greco, but they've been stolen, unfortunately. So this is the one I used on our most recent record a lot, and also live on a couple of songs every now and then. But yeah, it's a great one. It's all stock from 78. I don't know what's in it or anything, but it
top to bottom
sounds super, and it stays in tune.
It's a looker, definitely. And then you are originally part of the hardcore scene here in Sweden, and indie hardcore and post-hardcore is what people would say, right?
I guess so, yeah. And Division was never really a hardcore band, but we're all from the hardcore scene.
Right. So, but you somehow moved from that to Division of Laura Lee.
Yeah.
And I guess
wanted to bring it more, do something. I mean, I guess we were a hardcore band in some way, like still maybe, but we wanted to be a bit more noisy and freaky, and used a lot of weird guitars. This is not that weird, but you know, like if you compare us to the bands we started back in '97, so it's been a long time. You know, I went for different stuff immediately.
Yeah, because when you started back in '97, what did you take with you from that background of yours?
Like the hardcore
with guitar sound and with
metal or whatever. Yeah, well, my amps, you know, like I played with Marshalls for a long time. I don't do it anymore, but you know, so basically I grew up just using a guitar and a cable and an amp, you know. But yeah, I've been adding some stuff
along the way.
Yeah, along the way.
As you do. I understand. 97 to 27.
Sometimes there's a lot of pedals. Right now, I'm pretty, you know, it's not that many.
No, I see that. Well, I mean, we got to mention this one too, because that's what I was going for. It's
Squire, Jay Maskis, Jazz Master
of Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah, from Dinosaur Jr. Yeah. It's a great guitar. I bought it as the same. I just went in and got it in the store for cheap, you know, really cheap, and I haven't done anything.
It's a very good guitar.
Yeah, I would say one of the best guitars for that price that you could buy. I wanted a Jazzmaster again, and I sold all my old ones, so I bought this, and I kind of thought that it would be all right, but I needed to change stuff. But no, I haven't changed anything, and I use it a lot on the record and live too. It's great.
Yeah, with the whammy bar as well.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it's good to have a guitar that has a whammy bar.
Yeah, I need that.
Absolutely.
Looks cool.
It does. And now, I just want to talk a little bit about your pedal board setup here.
Yeah.
What are you using and why?
Well, it's not that. I mean, it looks pretty rough. Well, basically, I have from the guitar, I go into a tuner, and because I need to tune.
I mean we're all humans. Yeah.
And after that, my full tone OCD, which has been a part of my pedal board for some time now.
And that's a pretty hefty distortion pedal, right?
Well, it's an overdrive, but it's good. It's pretty much on 90% of the time when I play. After that, I have a swollen pickle from I can't remember. Way Huge. Yeah. It's awesome. It's a fuzz pedal.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I don't know. Just really a lot of fuzz. And from there, I go to Space Echo.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Huh?
I would. Yeah, I think it's awesome. It's easy to use, and it doesn't sound exactly like an original one, like the old ones, but
it's hard to make.
Not like too big to have on tour too. So this is perfect for me, and it's easy to tap in the tempo and stuff.
So a lot of people use this as a mix between a delay pedal and a reverb pedal.
Yeah, I kind of do that too, but mainly I would say there's always some reverb going on, but maybe I would say it's definitely a delay for me.
Gotcha. All right, and up here you have a tremolo.
Yeah.
It seems.
Well,
like
after that one, I go to my favorite pedal of all. So it's like this.
Right.
But it's an old. I think it's called DL10. It's an Ibanez delay from probably mid '80s, which I used to love, and I had it on pretty much all Division records.
So this has been around. This is the one item that's been there since 1997.
Well, I have a thing for like mid '80s, early '80s Ibanez delays. I think they sound awesome, and it's easy to use, and for the noise I make, it's perfect. You know. After that, I go to a tremolo. It's called 60s Trem. I think they were from Sweden. I'm not sure. Gullimer or something. Might be the name of it.
Right.
It's been on there. I don't use it that often, to be honest. I used to have more like other stuff, but now it's basically levels of distortion and 2 delays.
Gotcha.
And this is a micro amp from MXR, just to boost.
Knowing the sound, this is pretty minimalistic.
Yeah, but it's pretty much been the part. There've been different pedals on there, but they pretty much did the same thing before, you know. A while I bought like a lot of boutique and expensive weird ones, and because they're cool, you know, and it's when you see all those reviews and stuff, and it sounds crazy, and but I couldn't really. It didn't really fit my sound.
No.
So I want to be able to go in to pretty much every music store around the world and buy what I need if something breaks. For see, it's not that much.
It's just a little boost. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit more distorted, I guess. But I usually have them, you know, when it's like big choruses and stuff.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love my pedals.
Can you show the 80s delay? I think people would be intrigued to hear about.
Well, this is what I had to do a lot of melodies for a lot of our records. I can play one.
That's a long delay.
Yeah.
That's really sounds really good.
Well, yeah, so I guess this is my normal, you know, if I play like a song from Black City called Black City, it would sound something like this.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention it before, but a lot of people tells me that I have like weirdly, you know, tight action on my guitars. It's really close to so it's a lot of the note. It's almost like it, you know, disappears sometimes.
Right.
But I've been playing like that forever, so I
You and
like
Yngwie
that.
Malmsteen, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
me and Yngwie.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for a great chat and a fantastic rig rundown. We're going to go and talk to your bandmate, Victor Lager.
You should. Great guy. And thanks for letting us be a part of this. It's been strange times, and it's good to do something fun and, you know.
Make noise.
Yeah, make noise.
You know, because you were talking about noise and how noise helped create the sound for you that you wanted to get out of your amp,
Well, this
essentially.
is all the noise I need, you know, but I make noise, it's plenty of pedals for me, you know, and a lot of times they're kind of all on. If you scratch the guitar towards something or just, you know,
More is more.
go,
Yeah.
just go with
I
hard on the
understand.
guitar, it makes noise, I promise you.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
And you never went with like any other special effects way back then that you felt
Not really.
were...
I do it on records sometimes, but I also sing in a band. You know, so I need it. Victor, he has more pedals and more. Like I sing a lot of the songs, not all of them, but almost half, I guess. And I need to, you know, easy access and not too much stuff to worry about. And I trust my sound. It
Good.
sounds good. And it's all I need.
Which, I mean, we should definitely talk about the amp as well.
Yeah, my Supersonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been with me for about 5 or 6 years now. I used to play Marshalls, still do sometimes, but not live. So, well, it's a great amp. I think it's 60 watt, probably mid 2000. I think it's from, yeah. And yeah, it's been with me. I play on this. They have like a Vibrolux and a Bassman thing here, but I don't use that. I use the channel they call Burn, which is basically like a Fender Goes Marshall channel, you know. But it's not that. I don't have too much distortion on.
That's pretty awesome.
But yeah.
All right. Thank you. thank you for that halftime show.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm standing here with Victor Lager from Division of Laura Lee from Gothenburg, Sweden for Premier Guitar. And well, we're here to talk about your gear, your live rig, and this right here.
This is my, what can I say? It's my main guitar, I guess. It's early 2000s Jazzmaster, made in Japan. But it's been completely modified. The only thing that's original is the body and the neck. I've changed the bridge and the stick here. It's Stay Trem from England.
I see.
And the pickups are Seymour Duncan's Antiquity 2s. And I ripped out the rhythm circuits.
Right.
And I only have the toggle and a volume. This is just fake.
Gotcha. Very cool. Very thorough. That's great.
Yeah.
So, taking it from the conversation I had with Pat before, you are the more technical guitar player in Division of Laura Lee.
Not technical guitar
No,
player,
not technical. Yeah.
I've actually, I'm quite interested in gear and stuff like that. And the Jazzmaster is a pretty fun guitar if you know how to set it up.
Understand.
So you have to shim the neck, and you have to put a really good bridge, and if you don't do that, then it's gonna be unplayable, I guess.
I understand. You mentioned this whammy bar right here.
Yeah.
You changed it to
I changed the collet here, and it's a silicone like bushing in here.
So it can't pop out?
No.
Oh, okay, understand, because that's the...
You can like make it harder so it doesn't swing at all. And
Fantastic.
yeah.
All right.
I think Johnny Marr has this on his signature.
Johnny Marr.
Yeah, I think so.
There you go. All right.
And the bridge is from the same maker. It's called State Trem in England.
Awesome.
Very, very good stuff.
Right.
Very good stuff.
So I take it as that you are happy with how this plays and how it feels.
Yeah. It turned out great, but it took like a couple of years. When I bought it, I didn't like it at all.
When did you buy it?
I think maybe 2003.
Okay, right.
And I'm a massive Sonic Youth fan, and I was like, how can they play on these guitars when mine is so shitty? But you have to change the pickups and the bridge. And
Right. This is, almost in that glitch of before internet forums actually work the way they do now.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And everything I know about Jazz Masters, and I've learned from the Offset Guitars forum.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you want to know something about these guitars, then you have to become a member there, and everything is there.
Fantastic. Okay. And the pickups, they were Seymour Duncan's.
Yeah, Antiquity number 2.
Right.
So 60s style.
And that is something you picked because...
I picked it because Thurston Moore has it in his signature Jazzmaster.
Understand.
Yeah.
Okay. And this paint, was it black when you bought it?
No, it was sunburst.
I gotcha.
I painted it myself.
That's a really nice paint job, actually.
Like cellulose paint.
Yeah.
It was a bitch.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've heard too.
Yeah, I'm never gonna do it again. But
I've tried a few times myself to paint guitars every now and then, and they almost always come out looking like they've,
It's not. I wasn't that thorough, but since it's a beat up touring guitar, it's okay.
Right. Okay. And you did nothing up here though. This is original.
And, everything is stock.
Right. And so what about, I also noticed when you were playing that you tend to use your volume knob.
I roll it down
to
get a cleaner sound. I always have like an overdrive pedal on, a light overdrive or something like that, and then I can roll it down and get a cleaner sound. It's the old school.
That's what it's meant for.
Yeah,
exactly. School. Yeah. So what about the string gauges? Are you playing?
I'm using 11 to 49.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's D'Addario NYXL. Strings.
I understand. Okay. Yeah. Have you always been an 11 type of person?
Not always. I used to play when I was younger. I played in a band and we tuned down like 2 whole steps down to C.
Right. Full C.
Yeah.
Okay, not a drop.
No, full C. And then I used Gibson Les Paul, and I don't remember the string gauge, but they were heavy strings.
Understand.
Yeah, I like it. Since I don't do a lot of solo work, I'm more like a riff. So I need the tension of a bit with harder strings.
And you're also tuned in...
Standard. Yeah, almost every Division song is in standard, but there are some exceptions on the records. mainly like open G or something like that. And you use
Open G?
Yeah, and you use like a capo or something.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
Rolling Stones.
That's what it's for.
Yeah.
But that's really nice. And then what about your pick?
This is a Dunlop pick, max grip, 1 millimeter.
Well, you have some other guitars here as well.
Yes.
So would enjoy if you talked us through the whole bunch. I see a similar thing right there.
Yeah, this is my newest guitar. It's a brand new Fender Jazzmaster American. I think it's called US Vintage 65 or something like that. I'm not sure. I bought it for myself. I turned 40 this year, so this is my
Congratulations.
birthday gift.
Yeah.
And it's stock except for the master bridge. The bridge doesn't rock. It's solid on the original bridge rocks front and back, but I think it's cool.
That's really cool. And
it's cool Neil Young
there you go.
in here
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
The Hitchhiker.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So I take it this has not yet been out on the road.
No, I've done one gig, one quarantine gig.
Really? Yeah.
But it's a very nice guitar, but it's new, so it's
It's
It needs
yet to
some
stand the
road work.
test of time.
yeah, it needs some road work.
Right, I understand. But everything else was stock, so that's really cool. But you like how it plays, and you like it's basically you use it for the same settings that you would use that one for. Yeah.
I think it's maybe a bit darker sounding than this one.
This one doesn't
Black
have the
one.
Seymour Duncan
No, it's
antique.
Fender pickups, but
Understand.
yeah, I think it's very good.
And then to match Per's Telecaster, you have another Telecaster.
Yeah, it's a Telecaster Custom from 1973,
Beautiful.
and I bought it maybe 20 years ago, something like that. I'm getting old. And this was my main guitar in another band, not Division. I used it for a lot of tours and a lot of recordings, and it's a great guitar. It has the original wide range humbucker. And I've changed the saddles.
I see.
That's the only
Right.
thing I've done. It's
So-
a bit beat up, and the lacquer is all fucked up here.
Yeah.
But it's a cool guitar.
Understand. And
My daughter put a nice little sticker there.
there you go. It's a
Oh, I don't know.
it's an emoji of some sorts.
Yeah, something
right.
like
That's
that.
good to have. It almost kind of blends in with
Yeah. It has the rosewood neck, and that's I think it's more common with a maple neck than a rosewood neck on these particular 70s guitars. But it's cool.
Yeah. It's a good year,
I
1973.
have this Ace Frehley strap.
Fantastic. So you're both Kiss fans, you and
No,
Pat.
I don't like metal, and I don't like hard rock.
He said it. Which is okay.
Which is okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's
So
beautiful.
that's like my
Yes.
3 main guitars, I guess.
Right, I understand. And let's venture down into the pedal board right here, which is very, compact and unique in its own way. Talk me through it.
Okay, it's the first pedal is the wah-wah pedal. And it's a Dunlop wah, but it doesn't have a switch. It goes on when you step on it.
Right. I thought that was the bass version of it, sort of.
Yeah, but this is a regular guitar wah. And then tuner, the Adario tuner, has the large display. And then it's the Odyssey Overdrive. Hampstead Odyssey Overdrive, which is a pretty transparent overdrive with a lot of sounds in it. You can call it like a Swiss Army knife type of overdrive. You can get a lot of different sounds from it, but it's a pretty complicated pedal, but you have to sit down with the manual and to understand what you're doing.
But if you were to compare it to, like, say, the distortion you get out of a tube screamer,
you can get a tube screamer sound. You can
DS1,
you can get all those sounds.
Right.
But you have to know what you're doing, because you can get the gain pre or post, and there are different kind of.
Right. I see that there. You have pre-EQ.
Yeah, you
post.
can get just like a boost pedal.
I see.
A clean boost pedal, and you can like get the preamp double in gain with, or 5 times the gain or something like that.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's really good. I haven't had it so long, but I'm really impressed by it. It's very, very good.
And then that brings you to.
After that, I have the Rat
I see.
distortion box, which is crucial for the Division, the mighty Division sound.
It's a fantastic pedal.
Yeah, it's great, and it's been modified by Occult Electronics here in Gothenburg.
Gotcha.
Very cool. So it's modded to original specs. And after that, it's the color driver from True 5, which is a clone of a power boost by Color Sound,
Wow.
but with the benefit of a master volume.
And then that
This
brings
is a
us.
fuzz. I use this as mainly a fuzz tone, but
Gotcha.
you could use it as a clean boost or like a more overdrive sound. I use it as a fuzz.
Because it sort of has the color of the, a classic Boss pedal.
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
but it's a clone of the power boost made famous by certain Dave Gilmore.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. And then on to.
I think it's the Carbon Copy Deluxe. It's a delay pedal.
Yeah.
Analog delay pedal with tap tempo. It has all the benefits of a digital delay, but it's analog. And
Gotcha.
it has the carbon copy is a classic, I guess. It's great. Sounds super good.
Yeah.
And in Division, when you play with Division, you don't need a perfect clear delay.
No, it doesn't have to be.
No, you need the to get kind of mushy and big is more important than be perfect. And after that, I have the Red Panda Particle, which is my Chaos pedal.
Fantastic.
It's a granular digital delay.
And it has settings like blend, chop, delay, pitch, feedback,
Yeah.
10 different ones, and then parameter.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what it does. But I needed something that was a bit out and something that I can control.
It looks like a pedal that's cool to play around with,
Yeah.
and you could find one sound and stick with that for.
I would say it's like Radiohead in a box. You're gonna get all those like choppy sounds, and it's very, very cool.
Sweet.
Yep. And after that, it's the Micropog from Electro Harmonics,
Gotcha.
which is like
A classic.
a classic.
Yeah.
I use it for like 2 songs or something, but I need it.
From the new record.
Yeah. The song Dodge Bullets.
First single.
Yes.
That's on there.
After that, it's the Phase 95 from MXR, super classic, and has both Phase 45 and Phase 90 sounds in one pedal, micro pedal.
It's great.
And after that, it's the Ocean's 11 Reverb, Electro Harmonics.
Yeah.
It's the-
Yes.
yeah.
There you go.
And after that, it's the Trem pedal from Is it from Walrus Audio? I think. Yeah.
Also pretty cool. It's like.
Yeah, it's my newest pedal, and it has all the great tremolo sounds, and I need,
And a tap.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I need a very fast, really choppy sound for the Vision sounds.
Cool.
And after that, it's the MXR Boost,
Understand.
and that is their new take on the mic ramp, I guess.
Would you say this is a reflection of the pedal boards that you've used throughout touring over all these years? I mean, obviously, a lot of these pedals are new. A lot of these
Yeah.
pedals have been tried out in the studio and not yet been ventured out live.
Yep. I think when you're playing guitar with the Vision, my main job is to create like soundscapes and all the different kind of fuzz sounds, because on their albums there are a lot of different kind of distortion and fuzz sounds. So I have to have like 3 or 4 overdrives and fuzz pedals, and of course you can't play in Division without a wah pedal and a delay. That's crucial.
You can't play anywhere without that.
Something like that. So
Yeah,
it looks a bit much, but I think it's okay.
that's
Yep.
awesome. It's a cool collection, definitely, and something we'll dive further into later. But
Yep.
first, let's discuss your amp.
This is my main amp. It's a Fender Tone Master with a 4x12. It's from the late 90s. I don't think they make them anymore.
No.
It's a great amp. It's a very loud amp.
It definitely looks very similar to the Supersonic.
Yeah, but I think this one was made before the Supersonic.
Yes.
I think Supersonic came after. I only play on the clean channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I play, you can see my EQ, everything at noon.
Yep. There you go. Yeah.
And not so much volume because I shape my sound with the pedals.
Would it be possible to hear your clean tone through the amp?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Both pickups.
There you go. it's a very full sound.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never play without like this one.
Really?
So if you like.
That's very beautiful. Yeah.
Yep.
And the new record, you mentioned you're using the micropog, and you mentioned that you're usually playing through some type of distorted pedal.
Yeah. So the micropog is from the song Dodge Bullets, I guess. And it's like. Also some delay on that.
It's very cool.
Get a huge sound.
Indeed.
Yep.
And if you go further back in your catalog.
Yeah, you can take like Dirty Love. And also check out the color driver.
Oh, wow, I see that.
That is on a bridge pickup on a Fender guitar.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy.
I love that. That's really cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very, very cool. We can check out this one. This is crazy.
Right, because I think that's what everyone's intrigued by, if anything.
It does this.
So it's like a sequenced delay pedal.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We have presets.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a granular delay.
Wow.
This sounds like this. Put some distortion on it.
All right, thank you so much for watching this quarantine edition of Premier Guitar's Rig Rundown with Division of Laura Lee from Gothenburg, Sweden.